Hey y'all, it is me, Laura, and I just wanted to hop on here real quick and share something with you guys that I'm really excited about and get some of your input too. I know I mentioned that I really am interested in creating a homeschool learning library, and I'm still super stoked about that. But it's been a little bit overwhelming to me because there are just so many options out there and so many things and how to start. And one of my biggest passions in that is being able to have all the resources available and then help connect people with the resources that they need specifically for their kids. And it's kind of been a struggle for me just to know like where to start because it's just such a big thing and so many options. But as we've been getting some of the homeschooling stuff in for Samuel and watching him respond to things, and as I've been reading in some of my homeschooling groups on Facebook, it kind of hit me today. Well, what really hit me was I was looking through a catalog that came with some of his homeschooling supplies. And ideas just started flying through my mind and popping through. And one of the things that actually brought the idea to mind was that I saw this curriculum where you learn history by drawing all these different things in history, and then there's little facts. And anyway, just thinking how cool that would be for someone who is really interested in art and drawing and those kinds of things, but may not be interested in reading like typical history and stuff. So I think kind of my focus is going to be on struggling learners. And that could be struggling in math, it could be struggling with school in general, it could be struggling with anything. But I think that is going to be who I'm keeping in mind as I'm working on this. That doesn't mean that other people can't benefit from this, but I think that's kind of what I'm going to have in my mind as my goal. And I think what I'm going to try to do is look at different learning styles. So whether that's kinesthetic learner, audio, visual, or reading, writing learners, just really try and look at the learning style and find materials for various learning styles on different subjects and stuff. And then look at some of the child's favorite activities. So do you have a child who really likes to watch TV and you're okay with that? Do you have a child who loves video games and you would love for them to learn with video games if they would just learn? Do you have a child who really likes asking questions and experimenting and tinkering and taking things apart and just really trying things firsthand? Do you have a child who loves art? Do you have a child who likes to build things and work with their hands, cook and do just things with their hands in general? Do you have a child who really loves like just to be in situations, doing things hands-on, field trips, like going and experiencing and like really looking at the kinds of things that they like to do even outside of school, just like when they're playing and have time to choose on their own. Do they like reading? Like what is it that they're really doing with that time? And so taking that aspect of learning style, that aspect of their favorite activities, and then taking the aspect of subjects, content, things that they're super interested in. So like right now, my son is interested in castles and history, and he's just loving that. And so we got him a logic puzzle. It's called Camelot Junior, which I'm going to be doing a review on. It's really awesome. And I don't think that he would have been interested in it at all if it was not a castle. Honestly, I think he probably would have been a little frustrated by it, but because it's a castle, he loves it and he's doing it and he's learning lots of great skills. Now, that being said, I don't necessarily like, you see a lot of themed programs where you have the same kind of activities, you just might have like a counting activity with bugs, or then you change the picture on it to castles, or you change the picture on it to dinosaurs, or whatever, or fairies, or whatever the case may be. And to me, that's not exactly it's still the same learning activity, and while it might appeal to some, for a struggling learner, it's still going to be that same boring activity, it's just got a dinosaur on it. So trying to find ways to kind of submerge kids into the program, into the things that they're really interested in, and just kind of naturally letting them soak out as much as possible. So those are the kinds of materials and programs and unit studies and whatever else that I think I'm really going to try to focus on. So I'm really excited about that, and I think that by doing that, if I'm able to provide really good resources for those struggling learners, then those who aren't struggling, I mean, they're going to really love some of this too and even take their learning to the next level. So that's just kind of a big aha moment for me. I know it may not seem like much to you, but it's narrowing the field, which is something that I really need right now. So that's good. Well, and what I was going to ask for you guys is any of you who've had struggling learners or where homeschool seems kind of like a fight and not really fun, or what are some of the things that have been successful for you? What are some of the things that have been struggles for you? And what are some resources that you found that have been just total bombs, or resources that you found that have been really excellent? And on top of that, I'm just trying to learn as much as I can right now about all the different categories and the things to really be considering looking at this kind of model. So whether your child struggled or not, like, what things do they love to do? Like, if they could just have a day where they picked to do whatever they want, what are the kinds of things they would do? What ages are they and what are their interests? Like, do you have a child who's interested in wars? Do you have a child who's interested in horses? Do you have a child that's interested in the human body? Like, if they were to pick and there was no school related to it at all, like, what kinds of things would they be learning about? Would they be doing? What do they get excited about? And I really want to know this so that I can try and tap into these. And really, I just am such a believer that kids are made, like, kids are born wanting to learn. And I just want to tap into those things that excite them and help them to learn all the skills that they need to learn through the things that they're already naturally interested in. I kind of wrote out a rough draft of what I was thinking, what I kind of had in mind, and I said, making learning fun and relevant, building on interests and skills kids naturally have while introducing and challenging them to grow in new experiences, knowledge, and understanding. And that's kind of what I'm going for. And I want to turn struggling learners into eager learners who are thirsty for more and really want to capitalize on their natural curiosity and not lose that. So I'm really excited about this. I'm also really excited about some of the things that I have coming in and some of the things that I am getting to review on. And please, you guys, if there's something that you know of that I need to review, let me know. And if you don't mind answering the questions, I will try and put them in the comment in the description box below. That will really help me as I'm trying to create these programs and get these tools set up that are really going to help kids where they are and really help them learn, because that's what this is all about. Like, education is about learning and about growing and understanding, and it's not about sitting down in a desk and getting an A or a B. Like, you can have an A and not really have learned much. I did plenty of that in school. So how can we really spark interest and help these kids to really grow in the ways that they were made to grow and discover the tools and just the wonderful things that they have to bring to life? So anyway, it's a little bit long, but that's what I was excited about, and I wanted to share with you guys. And leave your comments below. I'm very eager to hear what they are. I'll talk to you guys later, and I'll have some reviews for you soon, and I'm excited. Bye.